It's gonna be a quick video today. Installing an inverter in your semi-truck. I would recommend, you're gonna need a electric drill, you're gonna need a socket set, preferably a decent one. There's a hard bay freight one. It's like, I think about $100. I carry it with me everywhere. You're gonna want a step bit. It's like this. You can see it looks like 1 1/8 it's gonna go down to. You're gonna want, I have 0 gauge wire. You might get wire with your inverter, but I went out and bought 0 gauge wire from Amazon. Pretty much just an amp kit. It's the cheapest thing, and it came with a fuse and your ground. Now, when you get these, you're gonna need these wires crimped for these connectors. Best thing I can say is go to your local auto parts store or truck parts store. Bring the wires in, cut them the length, and have them install these. You can buy the rings right there, the terminal ends, right at the auto parts store. I bought them at a truck dealer, Cumberland Truck Parts, and they'll install them usually right there for you. Just make sure you cut them the length first and everything. So this is what I got here. It is a Amazon pure sine wave inverter. Now, a lot of you guys are going to pick up those really cheap inverters for $150 off Amazon or at the truck stop. The problem with them is they're not pure sine wave. Now, sure, your microwave will work half decent and your refrigerator will work for a time being, but what'll happen is, depending on your fridge or even your microwave, they require pure sine wave, not a modified sine wave. Modified sine wave inverters will burn up the pump inside your refrigerator, or eventually burn up the transformer in your microwave. You know, it might never happen, or it might happen, but what happens is with modified sine wave, usually there's a lot more heat produced, and it'll just cook the motor. I went through, I had a Cascadia before with a cheap Harvey Freight inverter in it. Prior to that, I don't know, it had an inverter with it, but it burned up. But it cooked 2 refrigerators while I had it within a year. And apparently refrigerators, and not necessarily, but microwaves, do not like modified sine wave inverters. So they'll work a lot more efficiently and produce a lot more power, at least for the microwave, if you get a pure sine wave inverter instead of a modified one. This one ran me, it's a 3,000 watt. It ran me, I think, like $289 off Amazon. Maybe I'll try to put a link in the description. But this is just a quick little video I'm trying to make doing this. So, as you can see, I got the 0 gauge wire through the floor with one of these step bits. And what I used for grommets, believe it or not, are Glad hand seals, or O-ring seals, whatever you want to call them. I got 2 of them, slid them over top of the well, I installed them and then slid the wire up through the floor. You might have to go in and out with this a few times to get it to work, but it's nice and tight, sealed. Those wires aren't gonna rub against the frame of the truck, or the frame of the cab or anything. So yeah, so that's how that goes. And like I said, also make sure you always get a fuse for these. Yeah, all it takes is one time for something to short out, and 0 gauge wire, you're practically welding there, so you're gonna set the truck on fire. So that's it for this little inverter install video. Wish it could have been a little bit better, but all I got is my cell phone on me right now, so, you know, until next time, I'll see you.